What up, everybody? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. And hell yeah, check us out on YouTube, man. And right now we're doing the Sensational She Hulk. Yeah, number 2, man. Ooh, and she's looking green and she's looking good. And she's gonna face off against the Toadman. Because I guess back in the day, Cousin Bruce did it. So you know that she's gotta do it better and look better doing it all. Oh yeah. Oh, I just had to get that out. I love this series so far. So far, so good. So much better than the original. Whew. As you see her, she's tripping out. She's all surprised, all happy. Because today, she's checking out her sway little apartment. Yeah. And she's brought her friend, and they're just chilling right now. Maxing and relaxing. You know, kind of enjoying a little time off. Especially from her incident in the circus when that dude actually painted her up and down, if you know what I'm saying. That man was an artist, and I would have fully liked to dive into that. Ooh, that's a story for another time, though. Anyways, they're walking around, enjoying the New York skyline, you know, chilling. And, of course, as always, there's problems looming ahead. For someone is watching her, monitoring her, after her. The headman. And this group of weirdos and scientists is just a funky bunch of people, I swear. I've been trying to research on these guys, and there's hardly any information about them. I probably will be doing an Outlaws Corner about them because they're just so interesting. They take heads and bodies from other people, and they just switch their heads or the bodies around. All kinds of weird and murky stuff. And of course, we're going on the tour, you know. You see, that's the bedroom, you know, that's where the gamma-infused magic happens, the bathtub. Yeah. Man, I would love to live there with her. Oof. Another story for another time. Anyways, as they're going over the apartment, you know, this and that, she's chilling out, you know, kicking back, watching TV, you know, doing what people do late at night when they just want to chill and kick back, relax, you know. And all of a sudden, spaceships come out of nowhere. Yes, it's an invading force. They're here. The Toadmen, they fire out a beam of energy, shooting at She-Hulk. But they miss. You think with all that technology and all those ships, you think they would have a little bit of better aim than that. But, of course, this pisses off She-Hulk, and then she realizes that the Toadmen, now these guys aren't even C-listers. They're all the way down in the U section. If you know what I'm saying. I mean, the Moloids have more street cred than these guys. If you know what I'm saying. But anyways, the story goes on, and of course, She-Hulk's being invaded. But she's also trying to get her life going as a prosecutor, you know. Trying to get things up and running as that. And also, trying to stay out of the law's crosshairs. But this is not really going to help. She's getting blasted on by the Toadmen. And of course, you know, they blast off her sweater. I mean, because, of course, it's still the 80s, even though it's the late 80s, you know. So they shoot at her, and all it does is just blow off her clothes. But the same thing does happen to Banner. I mean, that dude just wears nothing but shorts, so at least she's wearing a little more than her cousin. Oh, man, damn, she looks good. She looks fine breaking that weapon. Pure intimidation factor. And as she breaks it, she realizes that it's not a laser gun. It's an M16. So this is a trick, an illusion, and she grabs one of them, and she's pissed right now, and she wants information. And believe you me, when Jen gets pissed, she gets answers. So this Toadman begins spilling his guts, confessing the world, and she realizes that he's nothing more than a punk-ass human. Fires a quick little blast in her face, temporarily blinds her, and he runs off like the coward that he is, before She-Hulk rips him a new one. Yeah, so the Toadman, or the Toad-Human, actually just jumped for it, took off, and then she realizes that the city's fake. She's touching the buildings, and that this is all an illusion. And she rips right through it. It's just a cheap, magical trick. And she is pissed now. Someone is messing with her mind. Someone is messing with her. And more importantly, they're messing with her place. And I just love how it says Acme. All the good stuff's made at Acme. Just ask Wile E. Coyote. He'll tell you. Anyway, she jumps up to the main control room, breaks down the door. And who does she find? Who's the villain behind this? Who's pulling the strings? It's Mysterio. Yes, Mysterio, Spider-Man villain himself. And this is where he says he was hired to have a little fun with her, to distract her, to take her in. And this is where Mysterio is dangerous, because in his own headquarters he has all these illusions and projections and all kinds of different gadgets where he could do all kinds of different tricks. This man's a genius when it comes to special effects, gases, chemicals, technology like that. So you got to give him his due. If he has prep time, he can be more than a match for Spider-Man or She-Hulk. He gasses her, of course. Mysterio comes in with the prize, the sexy She-Hulk. This guy, the head man, he gives him a crap load of money. And with his suitcase full of money, he disappears in the night. While these guys have other plans for She-Hulk. It's not her mind they want, it's her body. And not the way that I want her body. They want her body to use, to become one of the puppets as they move their heads back and forth to it. And yes, they're going to put the saw to her. They're going to try cutting off her head. And as the saw starts to whirl and spin, as She-Hulk lies there unconscious, will she be able to get out of this? Or will they chop off her head and keep her body and use it for their own devices? Well, we'll find out the next time, won't we? And as always, I'm Jack Slater, the Comic Outlaw, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.